Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 25th of September to the 1st of October 2023. So we begin the week coming out of the autumn equinox, and that means the sun has moved into Libra. Mars is also in Libra, so two very big fiery energies there in the sign of recalibration and balance. As we change seasons and we sum up what's happened over the summer with all of the retrogrades and get ready to draw in as the daylight hours get shorter. So the retrogrades have been very strong over the summer. We started off with a Mercury retrograde in Gemini, tag teaming into a Venus retrograde in Leo, and then another Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury, so very mental, all about getting to know our mind and then our higher mind, and be sovereign in our mind. And Leo is a very heartfelt sign, so to have a Venus retrograde there was to get to know our true worth and our true heart. Things aren't over just yet though, because it's by the end of the week we actually come out of the full Mercury retrograde. So well worth reflecting back to the 24th of August as we're about to come out of this Mercury retrograde. Higher mind, precision, perspective, learning to control our mind and get it to work effectively for us, rather than trying to run ahead causing anxiety and dragging fears from the past and projecting them into the future. So a reflection this week on how we use our mind, tuning into inspiration, precision, vision, higher perspective, and being able to see the detail, but also the bigger picture in the sign of Virgo. Venus won't come out of full retrograde shadow until the 7th of October, so we'll leave that for next week. But we've also had the recalibration of the heart as well. So as we enter into the autumn and the winter seasons, can feel a seasonal change in the calibre of the light, a desire to draw our energy in more after a very active summer. And there are a number of other planets that are also retrograde, which will be taking us through a very, very deep journey over this winter. As I mentioned last week, all the personal planets are direct between the signs of Leo and Libra, but all the outer planets are retrograde in the winter signs going from Capricorn to Taurus. So we really do need to sum up everything that's happened with the Mercury and the Venus retrogrades to us personally. It's been a real personal boot camp of a summer so that we can actually get to be able to do some of the transpersonal work over the winter. There's a lot that's going to be coming up. Pluto spending the last few months in Capricorn, Neptune and Saturn dissolving illusions and cleansing our subconscious in Pisces, and Jupiter returning us to our personal power in Taurus. So while nothing's actually changing this week, we begin the week with the new season of autumn, and we head towards a full moon in Aries on the 29th. But in between time and for the next few weeks, letting go of the summer, letting go of the personal, raising our consciousness and getting ready for what looks like a paradigm-changing winter. So look to what this has meant for you, where it's been happening for you, what the lessons have been, as we can wrap up the details and raise our awareness in the process. So on the 29th, 10:56 a.m, we have the Aries full moon, and that's 6 degrees for anybody that's following along. Have a look in your chart if there's any planets around that degree or opposing, making aspects if you're slightly more advanced in astrology, and especially have a look at what house it's in to see where this energy will be harnessable for you. So the moon in Aries is opposite the sun in Libra. That's what a full moon is, and this axis of the zodiac is all about recalibration. Aries is the masculine, the passion, the fire, the I, and Libra is the feminine, the harmony, the balance, the we. So we've got masculine and feminine, definitely outer and inner as we make this seasonal change, and everything needs to be brought back into balance. With Aries, once we've transmuted some of the lower fire, we can actually raise our energy to higher self, to the I rather than the me, and from that place we're more capable of commanding our will, of actually having an effect on our lives, being the one that's in the driving seat, but also driving towards higher goals. So I feel this full moon in Aries is very much about that. Once we've done the balancing act that we need to do this week, we can use the full moon on Friday to raise our awareness, to connect with our higher will, to command positive things into being. And in tarot, Aries is the Emperor card. So to have the inner strength and the sovereignty to sit in our empowerment and take the reins. And it's only by letting go of some of the things that we've taken too personally or too seriously, any victimhood stories, any dragging emotional baggage from the past, carrying fears forwards. It's only by doing that that we can actually achieve this state. So hopefully by the end of the week we'll feel ready to take control from a much higher space, much higher frequency, to let some of the personal human concerns dissolve away as we've learned the lessons of the summer, and prepare ourselves to be in the right space with the right vantage point to be able to observe and discern and take part in even some of the paradigm changing events that are coming through over the winter of 2023 into 2024. These will be political, societal, financial. There'll be so much information coming to light, very much requiring discernment, the ability to take on new information, change our minds as that information comes through, keep a level head, but most of all, a very true and pure heart. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com. You can look at your chart, look at tarot. I record MP3 for you to keep. I also teach astrology and tarot numerology as well, and I offer coaching if you really want to get into the roots of something that you're ready to dig up and release forever, deleting blocks and limitations and freshening yourself up to live in your highest vibration. I post these videos on my YouTube channel Zoe Astro, and links on my Instagram @ZoeHind7 and Facebook AstroZoe. So seasonal changes this week. We go from the outside, we start to draw in, assessing and learning from all the personal activity that's been going on over the summer, and preparing the ground to take on some of the bigger transpersonal energies that are coming in over the winter from a place of sovereignty and strength. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.